Okay, good afternoon. We have a special segment today. We're talking with former COMELEC Commissioner Goyo Larrazabal, and well, most of you might know him as that. I know him as one of the biggest bike guys in the country, the biggest bike guys I know. So we know each other from biking for almost decades now.
Tagal na.
So yes, thank you very much, Goyo. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me here. My pleasure. It was a fun ride we had kanina.
Yeah, and so we rode this morning. I think there's video clips of that. So what do you think of your first ride in La Union?
Nice. The route kanina was a very friendly route. Hardly no. It was flat. For a beginner, that was, like you mentioned, that was one of the best routes you can take if you're just getting into cycling.
Ayun, so yeah, so some of our beginners, we take them on that route. Now, you've seen the boom of cycling recently. How has it affected, like, your shop? His shop is called, what's the name of your shop?
Bike Town Cyclery. It's a small shop.
Yeah. So his shop is Bike Town Cyclery in Makati. So how has it affected your business in itself, the demand for bicycles?
Well, there's been an upsurge of demand all over the world. And the demand is, a lot of people look at the demand at the lower end bikes now, but even in the high end bikes, there's still a lot of people who want those pretty expensive bikes. So it's across the spectrum, and almost all, I think all bicycle manufacturers are trying to catch up with the demand. It's crazy now.
As a very experienced cyclist and bike shop owner, what would you recommend as the first 3 best upgrades that a cyclist could make in their bike?
Okay, get good lubes. That's one of, not many people say that, but get good lubes for the chain.
Good lubricant.
Good lubricant for the moving parts of your bike. Tires, get good tires.
Good tires.
And third is get bicycle lights, front and rear.
Front and rear, okay? So lube for all the moving parts. Tires, contact point to the ground. So and then front and rear lights, especially those that are commuting.
Yes, definitely.
And especially here, even in the province, like here in La Union, I see a lot of people biking at night, walang ilaw.
And what I do is, even if you're cycling in the daytime, I keep the rear light on.
Yeah, para visible.
Yeah, just it helps with visibility now.
So, as I've said in some videos, take your safety into your own hands.
Oh, yeah.
Parang you cannot trust other drivers on the road.
Kasi there will always be incidents where there is recklessness done by other people.
Yeah.
Akin naman is, I try to make sure that I lessen the danger to myself by taking steps and measures that will help protect myself.
Yeah, like bright clothing. So important.
When you're biking, especially at night, don't wear black clothes. Definitely. The brighter the colors, the better it is for visibility.
Yeah. Tips for beginners. Your top 3 tips for newbie cyclists or newbie riders out on the road.
First, well, wear helmet. Definitely wear helmet. Second, ask cyclists for advice. They're always ready to help. And third, like, there are many, but the third is know your limits. Yun talaga, you see a lot of cyclists na baguhan na they think they have more endurance than they actually have. So they bike like 20, 30, 40 kilometers when their body is not ready for it. That's in terms of endurance. In terms of skill, many people bike the main thoroughfares when they don't have the skill sets to know how to navigate in case a car passes them. A lot of them get rattled, and that's when they get into accidents. So get yourself familiar with your body and your bicycle before you head out on the road.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, good safety tips.
Yes.
All right.
Give us a rundown of your beautiful bike.
So this is a Moods Route YBV. It's basically soft tail, so it's almost 3/4 of an inch travel in the rear without any pivot. So it's based on flex. It just because of flex, so there's a little travel, so it makes it more comfortable, especially if you're going on medyo off the main roads a bit. So this was made for me, but what I did is I asked the guys who boots na I don't want a logo on the down tube. So they said, okay, we can do that. What do you want us to do? So I sent it to Dark Matter Finishing, and they put my logo. They etched it there.
Laser etched.
Yeah, so it's a nice. I think that's the first in the world. The guys, Oliver said that this was the first they've ever done. So this it's framed titanium. It has internal cable routing both for the shifting. By the way, this is electronic shifting, so there's no more cables to shift the front and rear derailleur.
Yep.
It's based on electronic shifting and cables already.
So GRX na DI2, correct?
GRX DI2 815. So GRX is the Shimano group set specifically for gravel bikes. Before you used to use Dura-Ace or Ultigra. Now they have GRX specifically for gravel. So this frame is titanium. It has a carbon fork. It has a neat suspension stem, which gives a little comfort when riding. NV gravel handlebar. This is a moose seat post. The cool thing about this is it has. I was able to get the 40th anniversary edition of Chris King 40th anniversary NV wheel set. There's only 20 made in the world. I got one. But aside from that, I talked with the guys of Chris King. So I got a Chris King headset, 40th anniversary Chris King headset, the headset spacers, the bottom bracket, and I even got a Spur Cycles Chris King 40th anniversary bell. So that's
wala lang yung bell dito ngayon.
Wala, it's, I was able to find it. I think they made 200 in the world, so mahirapan yun. It's got the Rafa classic saddles, 145 width, perfect for little heavier guys. For the wheels, for the tires, I put Pirelli Cinturato M, so mixed terrain tires. It's a 700 by 40.
Like kanina, medyo mixed terrain.
Yeah, so this one is good. It's more comfortable to ride in. I think I can go up to 45 here, but even with 40, it's more than enough.
Yep.
So it's a nice bike. I use it all over. I've ridden this in Mindanao. I've ridden this in Guimaras, Iloilo. I've ridden this all over Metro Manila and Luzon. It's more than getting an expensive bike or right color bike. Get one that fits you. Everything else can be adjusted. But if you get the wrong sized bike, you won't feel comfortable riding the bike.
Earn your upgrades, Ika.
Yes,
And then, what has been your most memorable bike ride here in the Philippines? Saan ka nakapunta sa Philippines? I know you've been everywhere.
Yeah.
You have your bike tour. You travel the country with your bike.
I remember 2000. I think that was year 2000. Yeah. We went to Boracay. I went there. I met some friends there. Stayed in Boracay for 4 days.
Okay.
I rode the bicycle all over the island. It was a mountain bike that time. Number of times I swam, 0. So I was in Boracay for 4 days. 4 days. Never swam. So,
Pero, at saka ng time yun, hindi pa sementado lahat ng roads ng Boracay.
hindi pa, it was really fun to ride. But the day I left, I actually had to go to the shore and I had to walk on the water just to say that I got myself wet. I didn't even swim. I just wet my feet. Then after that, I went back, bike a little bit more, then left back for the main.
I remember actually, Camille, I think we had a couple of adventure races back then in Boracay, early 2000s. Boracay was a really good
It was nice. It was
destination
nice
back then.
Not too many people. Roads were uncongested. It was nice. It was nice before.
Alright. So, any final word for the cyclists out there who are getting into it, thinking of getting into it?
Ride defensively. Ride as if you assume not everybody will follow the rules. No? So, but that shouldn't stop you from following road rules. I mean to say, wear a helmet, follow the traffic rules and regulations. If it's a stop, stop. Don't bike across the intersection when it's supposed to be stopped.
Talo ka eh.
Talo ka.
Talo ka talaga.
Talo ka. And if you are apprehensive, or if you have that doubt that, hey, medyo kabado ako, should I do this? Or shouldn't I? Don't. Trust your instincts. Don't risk it. Your life is more important than getting to work or your destination faster or taking a shortcut. Just ride defensively.
Yes, enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride. Yun talaga. And always remember that when you bike across, like for example, Metro Manila or provinces or region, enjoy the sights. I mean, say, bike as if it's an adventure, not just a means to get from one place to another.
Okay, very good.
Thank
Thank you so much, Goyo, and I'll have more videos on his bike and other rides. See you.
See you guys. Thank you.
We're gonna do a sound test.